But here's the fact. And we got to focus on the second part. She was not involved in any casting or creative decisions.
Taylor Swift helped her get the role, like signed off on her audition tape.
I had brought in, I was casting, and I had actually brought in and showed her casting tape to Blake and Taylor.
What happens when the biggest pop star on the planet gets dragged into a courtroom drama she swears she had nothing to do with? That's the question surrounding Taylor Swift right now, after she was officially subpoenaed in connection with the chaotic collapse of It Ends With Us. But it gets even crazier. While Taylor's team claims she had zero involvement in the film, new evidence is starting to tell a very different story, one that could fracture her most high-profile friendship and force her to answer under oath.
She's fighting back, saying Taylor Swift never set foot on the set of this movie. No one ever said you were on set of the movie, for the record, just to be clear. I've talked to a crew. You weren't on the movie, that's true. But she was not involved in any casting or creative decisions. That's not true. She did not score the film, that's true.
Taylor Swift's reps were quick to do damage control the moment the subpoena hit. They insisted she never set foot on the film's set, that she wasn't involved in casting, editing, scoring, or even watching the movie before it was released. Sounds airtight, right? And that's not all. They claimed any rumors about her influencing the film were flat-out lies. But here's where the cracks begin. While Taylor may not have stepped on set, she absolutely wasn't as distant from the process as her team wants you to believe. Because right when her reps were working overtime to shut this down, an old clip surfaced of Justin Baldoni, the film's star and director, casually admitting something that completely torches their narrative. He said, on record, that Taylor saw audition tapes.
She told me Taylor Swift helped her get the role, like signed off on her audition tape.
I had brought in, I was casting, and I had actually brought in and showed her casting tape to Blake and Taylor, and they were both like, yes, her. And that's a true story.
Not only that, he said she helped choose Isabella Ferreira for the role, and the craziest part is, Isabella herself confirmed it. She said she found out after the fact that Taylor had co-signed her casting. That's not speculation, that's testimony. So if Taylor had no involvement, why was she giving thumbs up on auditions? And the best part is, or worst, depending on where you stand, Blake Lively backed it all up. In interviews, Blake straight up said Taylor was with her the whole time during the film's journey, that she experienced it all, that she supported her emotionally and creatively. And because of this, Taylor now finds herself in the crosshairs of a case she never publicly endorsed, which raises a chilling question. Did Blake just throw her best friend under the bus to save herself? That question is gaining steam. Behind the scenes, there's growing suspicion that Taylor had more influence on this film than anyone's admitting. Some insiders even believe she operated like an unofficial executive producer off the books, but making high-level calls.
While all parties deny the allegations against them, the ugly suggestion is that Swift had more involvement in the production, but she would like people to know. It has been claimed that she personally approved the casting of Isabella. Swift firmly denies that. Speculation that Taylor chose young Lily in casting is untrue.
And the craziest part is her name reportedly appears on internal email threads about casting. Those leaks haven't gone public yet, but they've been quietly circulating in industry circles. Therefore, if Taylor's subpoena forces those messages into the light, this cover story is going to shatter in real time. Meanwhile, the personal fallout has already begun. After years of being attached at the hip, Taylor and Blake haven't been seen together since Memorial Day.
Up until this year, she was one of her closest confidants until all this It Ends With Us drama. There they are over Memorial Day in Philadelphia on Sunday, or Mother's Day on Sunday. Here's Blake smiling, really such show. She's so depressed and can't leave the house, yet she's always photographed outside the house.
Just weeks after the subpoena was served, Swift fans now believe that final outing, where the two were photographed smiling in Philadelphia, was a planned PR distraction. Because behind closed doors, insiders say Taylor was livid. She felt blindsided by Blake's comments, used for credibility, and pulled into a storm she never signed up for. And the best part is, Taylor's silence is speaking louder than any statement. She hasn't defended Blake, she hasn't denied the behind-the-scenes rumors. She's gone quiet, and that's not normal for Taylor Swift. But Justin Baldoni, he's not staying silent. On Mother's Day, he returned to Instagram with an emotional post, celebrating his wife and mother for giving him faith.
Justin Baldoni has stepped back onto Instagram for the first time, breaking his silence with this emotional post on Mother's Day. My mom gave us faith. My wife is the definition of it. Our children are growing up in the fortress of that love. Happy Mother's Day to all. Seeing Dana and Lauren and Elsrich and myself, so many amazing people up in that chats helping to give him some support.
On the surface, it was wholesome, but fans reading between the lines believe it was also a quiet response to the madness. Because here's the thing. Justin's name has been dragged through the mud, his directing gigs reportedly pulled, his foundation temporarily frozen, and still, he's choosing words of love and resilience over retaliation. Therefore, is he subtly aligning with Taylor and distancing from Blake? It certainly looks that way. Meanwhile, things are heating up even more on the legal front. After Blake Lively said she was absolutely ready to testify, calls to live stream her court appearance started pouring in. And the wildest twist? There's now serious talk of broadcasting it from Madison Square Garden, yes, the actual arena, as a charity event to benefit survivors of DV.
This is from Friedman, if Blake's really serious about testifying for the world to see, let's live stream it in Madison Square Garden and give the money to DV survivors. I love that, because she did say, I want the whole world to see, then let us see. Don't just let the media that you pick and choose. It's so hard to get in that building. It's the same building that's happening with Diddy. My goodness.
Critics say Blake turned this into a publicity circus by joking about the case on Seth Meyers. So now, the public wants full transparency. If she's so confident in her truth, they argue, let us see it live. Let us judge for ourselves. And the craziest part is, this isn't just drama anymore. It's turning into a full-on media event. Because this saga doesn't just involve legal confusion. It exposes how fame and power really work in Hollywood. Celebrities propping each other up, trading favors, and spinning narratives to suit their image. Blake leveraged Taylor's name to get this film greenlit, then downplayed her involvement when things got ugly. Taylor, meanwhile, wanted plausible deniability, but the paper trail may betray them both. Therefore, this isn't just a scandal, it's a rare, unfiltered look at the machinery behind celebrity friendships. And now that machine is breaking down. So, where does that leave us? Taylor is stuck in a mess that threatens both her image and her inner circle. Blake is about to take the stand. Justin is slowly reclaiming his voice, and fans are demanding receipts. Will Taylor finally speak? Will Blake's testimony match what she's been telling the press? Or will we see a complete unraveling when this hits court? One thing is clear, this friendship isn't coming back. Not after this. And that's the final twist. For years, Taylor and Blake were one of Hollywood's golden duos. But now, their bond has become a cautionary tale about silence, betrayal, and what happens when private alliances go public. The curtain hasn't just dropped on It Ends With Us. It's dropping on their friendship too. And when the truth finally surfaces, someone's going to wish they stayed off the record. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.